Hello and welcome to the Pathfinder Carrion Crown playthrough from D6 Damage, brought to you by the Spell Tracker app, a great way to keep track of your spells and abilities in your next Pathfinder game. When last we left our exciting party, they had just finished dealing with a undead no-goodnik in Harrowstone and returned to Kendra's house for a little well-earned R&R. But throughout the course of the evening, we were dogged by some unusual sounds, almost as if there is a piper of some kind lurking, piping for our doom. And the next day, we returned to Harrowstone, seeking more adventure, thrills, and chills. And with that recap out of the way, I will turn things over to our Master of Ceremonies, Doomboy. Take it away, sir.
It's a real treat hearing that piping line and just thinking, what? The party has begun making their way to Harrowstone through a steady but somewhat gentle rainfall. As you begin making your way up, everyone who wants to, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I like how three of you have a tannish color, so you have three different people going,
So, those above a 15, you hear a faint as the wind blows through Harrowstone, through what cracks and crevices have been made through time, destroying it slowly. Jack, Deacon, and Raphael, keener of eye, you note there are some footprints in the muddy ground leading up to Harrowstone. Some of them match yours, as you've frequented this place quite a bit in most recent times. But others don't match your feet. There's a few smaller ones, but some a good deal larger.
Looking up from my book, you see me sort of having, not my nose in the book, but looking at it and rewriting some things and memorizing some things. You see me stop a minute and say, look at Deacon and go, what's wrong?
I will look down at the footprints, and I'm actually going to do my psychometry check on this area to see if I can pull any recent memories. I'm going to use my automatic success one.
Alright. Something strange. As you can usually tell the kind of ideas that were going through the person's head as they're making their way up, some of these larger footprints, it seems as though not a thought was had in their head.
I would like to make a knowledge religion check to see if I can confirm if that would indicate the presence of undead entering the building.
Alright, by all means. Undeath or being mind controlled.
Alright, I will, so I've kind of leaned down, I hovered my hand over one of the footprints, and I'll say to the party, I believe that someone has entered Harrowstone, either undead or dominated.
It's probably just Gibbs.
Alright, well then Jack will look at you, jump off Sal, walk over to the footprint you point out, and take a good whiff. He'll use his scent ability. Does he detect humanoid?
It's difficult with the rain, kind of masking any sense, as all you smell is petrichor.
Damn. Okay, so it's just a hole in the ground in the shape of a footprint.
Indeed.
Probably been here too long.
Again, it's more the rain covering up most smells. You
I mean,
smell
like,
rain
yeah.
over anything else.
So, do we want to take any bets? Gibbs is possessed. Gibbs is dominated.
Well, you saw Gibbs go into his house as you're making your way up.
True.
Yeah, but is there any way to tell how old these tracks are?
They weren't here yesterday.
So that's fresh.
Jack, can you do a
Mike
survival
and-
check on that?
Yes, he can. And then,
He can and he will.
Yeah, he's sitting there looking at the puddle, scoops some of the water out, kind of takes a sniff of it, laps up a little bit, thinks back, connects the dots between wandering man that he thought was suspicious with fresh blood underneath his fingernails and goes, "Guys, remember earlier when I was saying we should really investigate?"
yeah, bless you, Jack.
I think he did something, and now we're gonna have to deal with it.
Oh boy.
You would
Look.
say
Because suppose. Go ahead.
I'm convinced that Gibbs is the unwilling or unknowing puppet of the Splatterman who used the cat's tail to write the letters on the statue. After all, once he was arrested, we hadn't seen any more letters. So, if this is him getting out of jail and coming over here, then it's not all that surprising, nor should it worry us that much. Is there any evidence that whoever came also left?
I think so.
no. A large assortment of the footprints went in, but did not walk out.
Ooh, well then it must not be him, and that's worrisome.
Jack, can you do a check? Can you do a survival on the smaller footprints?
Well, it covers all the footprints in that general area due to my scent ability.
Again, the rain is making it difficult for most of them. Going to some of the smaller footprints and really doing your best to take a deep breath, and with a natural 20 that I'm extending some of that success over because I'm a kind god.
Godstone
Caramel is in the smell. It's a distinct odor, but you pick it up.
You mean caramel?
Either or. Some of them smell like caramel, some of them smell like caramel. It's
Some of them smell like caramel.
Snozzberries taste like snozzberries? Okay, well, with all of that in mind, I will let the others know of the unusual scent.
Probably children.
Yeah, I suppose.
And the lack
can't
of
imagine any of
footprints heading away.
Okay, that's
Probably the
worrying.
small
So,
footprints seem to come and go.
Well, that wouldn't be a fresh scent. Unless they came within the last 24 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
So they came within the last 24 hours.
Yeah, but we know the goblin and the kids were around here yesterday.
well, we know it's
Yeah.
freaking. Oh,
Because, like you all, it's spooky and that's curious.
so it's worrying.
So, what do we want
The
to?
real question is it?
What do we want to put on our agenda for today? Should we explore the surface of Harrowstone a little bit more? There are some sections we haven't checked out yet, or do we want to return to the depths?
Well, I feel that we should try to destroy the Splatterman as soon as possible.
I would have to I would have to agree with Sifus. I think we have let this go on for far too long.
Far too long.
Alright, the
I am in
devil-
agreement.
Jack, with his slightly crazed look in his eyes, is like, yeah.
Yeah, we also have to be alert. If the children are here, they haven't returned, or at least as far as we can tell. We have to try to retrieve as best we can. Because between the Spider-Man and the Piper, I'm not liking this one bit. The real question, though, to me is that which one, are the children been affected by one, the other, or neither? Because if the Spider-Man or the Piper can affect them in small way, our job may be a lot harder, especially when I bring them back alive. But yeah, I agree. We should look for the Piper or the Spider-Man. The Spider being the bigger priority. But I also want to check on Vasoriana. If she's really being targeted as much as all Ravenglaw in this case, she's the only thing holding them back. We have to make sure she's all right at the very least.
It's not a terrible idea. Maybe we can ask her if she knows where the other ghosts are, now that we've destroyed one of them.
We should go
Agreed.
to her first, then.
If you'd like, you can roll a sense motive on the young children as to what might possess them to go into this place.
Grigori, you're good at that. You know kids.
Kids
I
like
am also pretty good at this.
I'll try.
Haha!
Alright, so you two think for but a moment as to what on earth would possess children to go into this very, very spooky prison. And it clicks with you. Kids are dumb. Kids
They've
are
been watching too
dumb.
much Scooby-Doo.
No such
Scooby-Doo.
thing. You take that back this moment.
They have heard many a story of adventurers and think, that sounds like the life for me. Except for the Smiggins, you assume that's peer pressure.
Schmiggin.
The silent killer.
Is peer pressure really that silent, though? I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, you got me there.
Peer pressure is loud as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It can be both, but yeah. Unfortunately, I think the sort of natural curiosity, if not the sort of wanderlust that comes with being a child, and believe me, I have 4 siblings, and I know that more than anything. I know it better than anything else. But yeah. So that begs the question: how far are they journey into? Because if the Spiderman and the Piper are
If I'm actually sick, I just feel like
Only
shit.
one way to find out. Let's go have a word with Visoriana.
yeah. Hopefully she found the knows who they are as much as the spirits.
Alright, let's go.
So, are we all going to
I
head to
believe-
Visoriana, or do we want to split the party?
Why would we split the party?
You never
I
split
think
the
it's not a
party.
good idea, but I was just asking.
General boredom, you know.
I'd say not so much split the party as we wander off, but we sort of one part of it, so the people that talk to Soriano will go and see her. The other part will search the immediate area, or at least keep a lookout.
There's
Why don't we-
really no reason. There's nothing to look out for, really.
Yes,
Everything
why
changes
don't we all just
It's just all
why
go
don't
to
we all
Visoriana.
just go together?
Now you don't know that for certain.
Yes, I kind of argue we also have to watch the kids that are around here too. So, if not for whatever any spirit currently in Harrowstone has in store,
I'm sure they're fine.
hopefully I'm wrong about.
And don't worry, the party will be split on its own once Jack finds something shiny.
Is Jack gone?
No, he's just being unusually quiet.
Which I don't like.
My assumption is that Sal is currently sticking to Raphael's back with Jack atop it. Raphael has no idea where he is.
I could see it.
I'm fine with that. Okay, yalla, let's go. Or as they say in Vizima, tally ho.
Alright, what happens when we get
Wait,
to Visoriana?
Vizima? I said Vizima. Virizia.
Visoriana's door.
Okay then. You make your way through the prison. As you do, Jack and Deacon, your brands, they kind of itch. As though something's bitten there recently, and the skin's just kind of healing, but you can't help but scratch it. Nothing seems to avail the itch coming from the wounds. But as you make your way into the workshop, do you go inside or just outside her door?
We'll stay outside her door.
Alright then. You see her corpse resting upon the chair right up there.
Mistress Visoriana, are you with us?
You see the dust begin to coalesce into smoke surrounding her skeleton and begin to lift up. Yes, I am here. She, it's strange that she seems to almost be limping as she floats towards all of you.
Do ghosts limp?
This one does.
Did we notice that before when we first met Miss
No.
Oriana, or any recent? No, I figure. I was afraid of that.
Is there
Hey,
any
look at
knowledge rolls that I could do, like a knowledge religion, maybe?
Certainly.
Let me do knowledge religion. It's the only knowledge I have. And it's not. It's alright.
You've heard stories from your father, as he told you about how he'd passed through the desert at a cursed place where the undead were known to be, but as they consistently did their best to heal the place, to provide some kind of relief, some of the more volatile spirits seemed to get weaker and weaker, and you recall him describing some as almost limping or floating lazily through the air.
Okay, I will relay this information to the rest of the party. So either number A, what we're doing is working, or letter B, her influence over the area is waning.
I'm inclined to go with B.
I said the same,
I
but
love
I feel a little bit. I feel that it's not just B, but in addition that the spirits, realizing that one of their, well, compatriots is now gone, they're becoming more violent and harder for her to control. And yeah, I wonder if a ghost can wound one another.
Why don't you just ask?
Mistress Visoriana, you
Yes,
appear diminished. We have dealt with one of the dark spirits of Harrowstone, but have the others grown stronger?
I have felt that presence fade. You have ensured that it would be many a year before it could ever form anything dangerous. But there has been this droning, this grating noise that has made any energy that I've had to form harder and harder. As she gets her, just grabbing her head, will not stop. My force will keep them back. Of this, I have promised that who I love, but it is difficult.
What is the source of this droning? Where is it coming from?
I know not. It seems to fill every moment of my unending existence. I cannot
That is
place it.
unfortunate.
It is like it is within my mind.
Jack's gonna look up and cast Detect Magic.
Alright then. Unfortunately, Detect Magic doesn't exactly let you see through walls.
But it does let me detect auras that might be coming from other locations if they're affecting my current location.
Yes,
Oh.
this place seems to be just radiating with something of an enchantment.
That's okay. Well, it's school.
Enchantment.
Oh, so the enchantment is enchantment school?
Yes.
Hey, don't laugh at
why
him. That's
it's
a
known
legitimate
I wasn't
question.
laughing. I just wasn't certain what else an enchantment would be.
Well, an enchantment is normally a spell that is placed with a long-lasting, effect.
Thank you,
something.
Cyphus.
Yes, they don't leave the battlefield. Unless they're
Yeah, so basically I pull out a chalkboard and I start explaining
Like, where did
the
you
difference between
Where did that come
an
from?
enchantment, a dwemer, a spell, and a
sorcery
curse.
or an instant.
Yeah.
Raphael takes out his notebook and he's taking notes.
hmm
Jack is
Right.
actually looks like he's paying attention.
But he's totally not. He's
Looking over
worlds
his
away.
shoulder, you
He
see
just
in his
looks like he's
textbook
paying
he is
attention.
just sketching rude doodles of Cyphus.
Rude doodles.
Doodles, if you will.
Brutal.
No, I easily see him like just doing different with whatever words Cyphus is using. He's trying to impose Cyphus with those words in some manner of unusual art.
Can I do a perception to see if there are any fresh footprints in the halls that we're in right now? Maybe.
Sure. I don't like you so much.
Probably smart. We should go back to the entrance and see if we can follow those footprints.
There's
will.
no footprints here, so deep in, but there were some muddy footprints at the entrance. But it seems that whatever mud was there has rubbed its way off.
Number of muddy footprints.
It's kind of difficult as it seems that whatever was making its way through was stumbling. So you'd guess maybe 4 or 5, but your math could be off.
Jack, why don't you do a survival to see if you can determine the direction that they went in once they entered Harrowstone?
Yeah, I'll actually, thanks to them making it so obvious, I will in fact use my survival with my scent feature to continue following the individuals as they traveled throughout.
Okay, then. You do know that one set of footprints goes off this way, outside. But once they reach here, some seem to have gone this way, while some seem to have gone this way, and a few have gone this way.
We should really check that room out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think it is finally time to search the rest of the first floor.
Alright.
Very
Now
well.
that we have a reason to.
Alright, before I go
As
and...
you begin,
Go ahead.
go on.
No, I was just gonna say, before I leave, I turn to the Visorion's door and say, for what it's worth, I'm glad you're okay. My fear ever since we did our best to rid the Harrison of the Lopper, the rest have turned their ire on you, but I'm glad to see you're alright. Try to stay safe till then. As much
She
as
looks
possible.
at you with a bit of a smile. I feel the worst has already happened to me.
She is dead, Simon
Mhm.
says.
Yes,
Paladin,
you're not wrong there, Cyphus, but now
may I speak with you.
Very well. As Gregorio approaches Visorion's door, I leave for one of the doors that Jack pointed out.
So she asked Grigori to speak with her?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that. I wanted to make sure everyone else did. Exactly. Grigori, Visoriano wants to speak with you.
Very well.
Paladin, I have heard your prayers to me. They have brought me a bit of comfort, and for that I must thank you.
You're quite welcome.
She's
Our one hope is to put you at ease.
until my love has returned, I fear that will never come. But there is something different about you. It's as though something has faded from you. Are you well?
I feel quite fine. I assure you.
I see. I shall rest, but know that I'm hoping that all you survive. As she listlessly moves back to her corpse and fades into nothingness.
Thanks, spooky lady. I'm hoping to survive too.
Alright, so I think we should all stack up on the first door that we want to open. Do we want to just go systematically through this hall, kind of starting?
Yeah, I think we should go down the hall.
Alright.
Okay.
So, Roger, why don't you just kind of hang out behind me? Grigori, why don't you get in the back, just in case, we need you to save our butts.
Yep.
Jack, where do you want to be? Up close or far away?
Far away. He's just gonna watch. That area's too narrow for him to mess in.
And we probably want Raphael in the middle, just because he's a super dope anti-undead man.
That, and I'll just run past you all if something actually happens.
Yeah. Alright, so I will open the door, but before I do, I will begin reciting my mantra of protection, by which I mean cast resistance on myself. And,
Also, Serenre guide you. Boop.
best frenzies. And then I will open the door. This door right here.
So, placing your hand upon the doorknob, you slowly twist it and begin to push it open. And you get about 2 inches. You pull back and push again. It seems stuck. As though there's something
on
there
2 inches,
blocking it.
Alright.
Did it seem like a hard something or a soft something?
A hard something.
Yeah, let's try the other doors then.
Let's move down. Next
Try
door.
these doors?
Alright, so, taking this door, you slowly twist it, having to pull it open, and find inside a staircase.
Going up or down?
Going up.
Oh. Well then, can we try to strength check the door open?
I mean, you guys can try anything. Just
I mean, I'm not going to strength check a door open, but
I'll-
the 2 magic swordsmen can.
I will... Yeah,
Alright.
Rigel, why don't you assist me?
Oh,
You guys
well,
are-
Raphael's already got it.
Oh, okay.
So, Raphael steps forward, spitting in his hands and pulling up his sleeves, then takes it and pushes as hard as he can.
I think it would be funnier. I think it'd be funnier if I spit in my hands, right, and I rub my hands and I roll up my sleeves, and then I just kick the door.
You kick the door down, knocking it all the way into the opposite wall, where you find
Boom.
a large layer of rubble blocking the way, with stairs leading down.
Oh, so maybe there was a stairway down or something.
Well, that was my only 20 for the day.
Alright, are there any other doors around here that have footprints going to them?
Less footprints and more of the scent was here.
We could also check out this room here that I...
Yeah, we might as well.
That's more the top of the landing. Never mind, that's something else.
Lobby.
The one that goes down, does it look like it was intentionally caved in?
Yes it does.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it then.
Good observation.
Whoever's in charge here clearly wanted it blocked.
You do remember that there was a riot many, many years ago.
Yeah, and they had to close the staircase. Keep them from getting out.
Yes, I do remember when we were looking for the depths and we came across the Splyman's body. Sorry, not the Splyman, I wish. The Lopper's body. We looked upon a staircase that looked desecrated more than anything else.
So is
This
this,
must be the top
is
side
there
of that.
actually a door that's on the same floor, or is it at the top of the
It appears to be a door on the same floor. looking at
okay,
it
well then
now.
I'll open this door and see what's in here.
Okay then. This was the map I was trying to design today and did not get to put up.
It's okay. We still love you.
Oh, it's not. And no
Just keep
scientist
checking to
does it.
see if it's uploaded.
1 second.
Take your time.
The reveal is getting a bit difficult. As
I know.
move you all over.
Such a pain. in the-
Especially when you do polygon reveal.
Oh yeah.
It's like drawing in MS Paint. You make your way up the staircase, and you could hear that music getting louder, if you can call it that. More of a faint droning noise.
Well, we seem to be on the right track.
So,
Dark, dingy, creepy. Iowa. We're definitely going the right way.
Right.
pushing your way past the door, you find it's not locked. Or, well, if it was locked, years and years of degradation has made it a lot easier. Whatever mechanisms held it shut don't really hold up.
Fair
Nope.
enough.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all following him up?
I assume so.
Okay.
Iowa, where is my token?
I'm waiting till there's more actual.
So,
Oh. Yeah.
pushing your way in, you can see that there's a large wall of iron bars blocking off a guard post, and you can see what appears to be a small mess hall. You can see some rotted food resting upon the table.
I purify it.
Well,
Who's hungry?
you've made jerky.
I'm in the mess hall then, dealing with that. Like, well, it surprisingly smells a lot like Kendra's cooking. Look at this.
Just looking down this hall, what's this going on over here? This looks,
With
Yeah, fuck that.
this hall, right over here.
Oh, that is where there is a guard post.
Oh, the guard.
Behind iron bars.
Yep. Jack and Raphael, only a perception check.
Oh, Iowa. Bye.
Give me a sec.
Dirty 20. Nice.
Alright then. Jack, you can see what appears to be... Jack and Raphael, you can see what appears to be a clutch of eggs. Not normal, like, chicken eggs. These are roughly the size of a chicken egg, but translucent. You can see that there
Ghost
is...
eggs?
Not ghost eggs. These are... Actually, roll me a knowledge.
Poltergeist. Yes, it is a ghost chicken.
I'm sure they're sturge eggs.
Good.
God damn it. Poultry.
That was
Fuck.
good.
Get out of my house.
No stay.
Turn pundit.
Anyway, what did you want me to roll?
Knowledge nature.
No, I do not have that knowledge, my friend.
Alright then.
One
Jack,
would think that I would have a point in knowledge nature, like living in the desert, but what
Well, that's survival. Not
Survival
nature.
knowledge, nature.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't have survival either.
You travel. Yeah. Okay. Well,
This is why.
Jack
This is
was
why I
at
have.
18. He should be. I'm sure he's eaten all kinds of interesting eggs. So.
I was about to say, has he eaten this variety of egg before? Because if not, he's about to.
not this specifically, but it looks familiar. These look like mosquito eggs.
yeah. I told you they're sturge eggs.
Jack goes, Sal, eat up, buddy, and gathers them all and starts and keeps his eye glued to the ceiling. He's looking for anything.
So you
as he tells Raphael, look out for giant mosquitoes.
see
Huh.
Sal slowly make his way across the tables, not really stopping, but you don't see the food that he passes over after he passes it over.
I have no problems with that.
As he makes his way over and just slams his face down into it. And you can just see.
Gulp. Gulp. Gulp.
And Raphael is just kind of like off to the side, arms head kind of tilted, going, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about any of this anymore.
Sal's basically one of those robot vacuum cleaners.
Right?
Have you ever stuck a straw in Jello and then just sucked it up?
No, I'm a civilized person.
Oh,
I can't eat Jello.
I'm pretty sure I snorted a Jello shot like that one time. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Learned a lot about Jello today.
Oh, gee.
But yes, you just see it kind of slowly shrink as he begins to devour.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go and... Hold on. Is there really a thing I'm gonna have to worry about with that one? Maybe, maybe not.
Jack,
I don't
roll me
know.
a perception check from where you're standing. This is more listening.
Oh, more listening based? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna get it then.
You hear something. Beating of wings. Of insect wings.
He grabs one, sucks it down real quick, and then goes, "They're coming!" and hides under the table. Rolling.
I'll go over to Cyphus. Quick! Boop! I'll boop him on the nose.
Okay, then I'll boop you back, and I go.
If you'll open his mouth, a tentacle will come out and boop you on the nose.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
But I'm actually just gonna give you guidance. I'm not giving you a vision of madness. Don't worry.
Okay. We just boop each other, but it's like I boop you on the nose, and then you open up your mouth, and this disgusting, inky black tentacle just like comes out and boops me. There's like a little smudge mark on my nose. I'm like,
I will say, if you all just want to leave the room, I'll just vaporize them all.
Not a bad plan.
oh shit! Okay, yeah.
It's like
Come at me!
Stop
This is an action to vaporize.
This is why we're friends.
slowly make his way along. And then Jack just picks him up on the tablecloth he's on and just knocks him out of the way.
he like grabs a piece of rotting cloth and just starts dragging Sal. He's like, "Come on!"
He's a loyal steed, not a fast one.
He hits like a friend.
So, as you sit in this
You guys gonna
mess
want to back
hall,
up a little bit more.
reaching into the dark well of pout, usher for your friends to back up.
As he heads out there, we hear Dominus Spiritus.
You begin to close your eyes and let that which is. And as you do, feel something bite your cheek and get just instinctively swatted. A mosquito in your hand. And then another. And another. And another. As you realize a rather large swarm has
I know it's not how the rules work, but I really wish that each of them had about 1 hit point, and that I could just release this and they automatically all die and the swarm's gone. Just like, goodbyes!
Just red curtain.
I guess this technically counts as an AoE?
Yeah,
So,
It is.
I think it would.
by all means fire.
it's exactly what an AoE is.
alright, they gotta make
Every
a
target.
fortitude save.
For or die.
Well, it's not a fort or die. It's not that good.
Level 2, friend. Level 2.
That's level 1 ability, actually.
I know, but you're level 2. So 9.
Alright, so they fail, so they take 1d6. They take 4 damage, and then it's an AoE, and if they're a swarm, it doubles, right?
Yeah. So they take 8 damage.
As
Okay.
I have these black tendrils shoot out of me, these tendrils of shadow, and they just like, where they slap the swarm, they vaporize.
Alright then. You watch as these tendrils just seem to reach out, catching onto these creatures and sucking in, crushing them as they go to an inky nothingness.
Nice.
Alright, job done.
Job's done.
There.
I have like a tiny little flag.
They're not done? Okay, good. That's not good.
Oh, they're not done?
I guess not.
Hit him again!
Well, they're going now because that's how turns work.
Yeah, and I take 4 damage?
Yes. The 4 is bleed, and you need to make a fortitude save.
That's fine, I have a really good fortitude. Where is my fortitude? 15.
Okay, then you managed to keep from getting feel a little queasy, but not dead yet.
Alright, let's vaporize him again.
You lose another hit due to bleed.
Alright, so I take a total of 5.
Yep.
Mildly annoying that I didn't shift it on my token. Do it here. There you go. Alright, so they gotta make that fortitude. Ooh! So they take half damage. Which is really just gonna be full damage anyway, so... Oh, is there more than one swarm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I just probably rolled damage for the other attack. Then my bad.
Yeah, okay, I start screaming. Oh god! Jesus Christ, there's too many of them!
Yeah, you all watch as the darkness seems to fade. No, wait, it's still there.
I
It's
did
just-
4 more damage.
Yeah, it's hurting them. They're.
We should
I can't
probably...
say they're looking rough because it's a swarm of mosquitoes.
Can I create water, like, above them and kind of waterlog them? Is that a thing that can happen?
I'll make it that they will require a reflex save.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Well, I think I should. I'll
Do you have burning
Hello.
hands equipped?
Yes, I think so. I guess frostbite. I don't know how effective they are against these insects.
It's an AoE, so it's double damage.
All right, yeah,
So very useful.
we're getting there. I said, cracking my knuckles, putting a little scarf I have to protect my mouth on, or my mouth. Put my hood down and get moving. Right behind
Please
him.
come to that.
How badly have I damaged these swarms?
Hard to tell. They're looking like they're beginning to fade.
They do a lot of damage. I figured I could probably tank the damage and then kill them all, but they do a lot of damage.
That performs for you.
Yep.
Nuts.
I'm just gonna put these guys at the bottom of the initiative for simplicity's sake, as they're not the most agile creatures.
Of creatures.
Yeah. For simplicity's sake, they are surrounding Cyphus. Does yum 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 weird blood.
Yeah, I don't think Cyphus or the entity currently residing in him appreciates them being a meal.
I don't know, the entity's killing quite a few of them. I'm giving as good as I'm taking.
Fair point, but you to manifest, so if you're being eaten, it's being eaten. I don't think it appreciates that. When a shadow tendril comes and shakes, it's what it can probably form like a tentacly fist at the swarm wrestling.
So, you're up first, Jack. Right? Yeah. You're up first, Jack.
I am up first. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best idea to do in this situation. Alright, so they're surrounding him. I guess I'll They're a swarm. I mean, technically that would work. Jack is gonna be weird and try to blind the swarm.
Oh, okay.
And burn them while he's at it. Hopefully it burns.
Just trying to see if they need to be blinded.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I agree, it's unorthodox, but
That's why I said, I was like, it's
I mean, by the rules of the game, they count as one creature.
So it's hard to tell.
Did I help?
But Cypress, you're close enough that you do see that some of these mosquitoes have started bonking into each other as they're blinded, but the other half seem to have their business sorted.
Damn it.
That's fine.
I made it. Well,
To be fair, I should have only targeted one anyway, so it's no big deal.
Oh, there you
it
go.
targets like a 5-foot space, doesn't it?
Nope, one creature.
Oh yeah, one creature with a burst of light, but they're in the same square, so I could see how it would possibly affect both.
It's because the DM's kind. Deacon, you're up.
Alright,
Yeah, Storm just automatically hits, so there's not really a 50-50 chance on it.
Yeah, there's not much to it. It's just kind of the.
where would I need to stand in order to hit the swarm? Could I go like here?
They're right on top of him.
So they're directly on top of him, so I would need to be face to face contact, basically.
Yeah.
Cyphus, do you feel like you need heals? Do you need
Yeah, I need heals.
So Deacon can approach you. Hey, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm screaming. And the tentacles of darkness are striking out.
Does Sal actually hit the swarm, or does he hit Cyphus?
Oh, he's not gonna hit me.
Swarm on Cyphus. Both taking
So I miss both.
acid damage.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thanks. That was so helpful.
I burned the swarm. Well, Sal's helping.
I go, oh god, they're exploding into acid! They're acid mosquitoes, be careful!
One eye stalk looks back at me, head bows down like he's not helping.
But yes, heals would be very nice. I could take them out. It's just I don't have that much health.
Alright, so I am going to use one of my focus points to give myself basically expeditious retreat so I can get to him, and then I will pop a heal.
Alright then.
Well, let me make sure I absolutely needed to do that. These are 5-foot squares, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Or at least are 10 feet. But you have enough movement to get there.
Oh, they're 10 feet?
Yeah, unfortunately. That's part of the map I was building.
Okay,
It had
yeah, then I do need basically the double move to get
Well, that's fantastic. It means I won't vaporize you guys.
Oh, that also means I was a lot closer than where I appear to be. If each square is 10 feet.
Yeah.
Let's go to yield and dice.
This was the map I had for you boys. Oscar Corey, you need to roll.
You get 8 hit points back.
Hey, my health is doubled.
The mosquitoes seem elated that there's more blood to drink.
That's fine.
You swear I can hear a come from the mosquito says that you were replenished, Cyphus.
Cyphus, I'm living here, not for long.
Alright. That makes it Rigel's.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see. Just to clarify, so I don't try to cheat or anything out of character, but do you cast a spell if you have it in your book or at least on hand if you didn't prepare it, but can you at least try to attempt to cast it, or was it just prepared spells only? Just to clarify.
For a magus?
Yes,
Yeah.
prepared spells only.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Don't worry, I got it!
So, what you can do is, even though they're a swarm, they can, and they'll reduce damage from your weapons. If you enhance your blade, it counts as a magic weapon, which will, it will mean you can damage them. They'll take half damage from it, but they won't take no damage.
I don't think you need a magic weapon to hurt them. I thought they always take half damage from melee, or from weapon attacks.
Let me look.
Alright. Not to have one more questions on it. Can you move diagonally to this thing, or just, like, adjacent squares only?
You can move diagonally. I mean, no diagonally. I wouldn't say yes, but strafing's not allowed.
Alright, well, good to know. Anyway, for my action, while we walk into a Cyphus, you see me walk to, walk towards Cyphus. For some reason, put my right hand up, I go, you almost faintly hear a spell, Manos, Enigni. I clap my hands together, and throw a ball of light in between them. You know what me, throwing my hands together at high speed. But suddenly out of nowhere, I bump my fists together, my hands ignite, because I use burning hands.
Oh, great.
And as gently as I can,
Yes.
as gently as I can, so I swap the swarm away from Cyphus as best I can. Try not to hit Cyphus, but try my best to hit the mosquitoes.
What's the DC?
Cyphus, Rigel, what's the DC?
He has... look at his name. He has an intelligence of +4. It's a +1 spell, and he doesn't have any other modifiers, so 15.
Great. I start screaming as now I'm on fire, have acid on me, and mosquitoes are eating me.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the mosquitoes.
Fortunately, the smoke coming off of a burning Cyphus is enough to ward off the mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, the mosquitoes just walk away, they're not even dead. Roll damage.
Look, we hate that stuff.
I think Raphael is probably laughing.
2d4.
Like I feel like the whole
Rigel.
nonsense.
You need to roll 2d4 for me.
Grigori is also laughing his ass off right now, even though he
So-
don't be.
So it's just like Grigori and Simon, or Grigori and Raphael are just right here, just laughing. It's like slapping each other on the backs. Like they're just having a time.
Oh no.
Alright, so the swarms take 12 damage.
Okay. From that, the swarm seems to be dying from this smoke inhalation. Notably, the buzzing doesn't stop.
Just how many of these things are there? I say they're trying to swipe at the swarm as best I can. Or in this case, it might as well be a storm.
As he says that, Raphael and Grigori, you note, coming from a crack above, at least 3 rather large insectoids, sturges, as they're all going to try and make an attack against the 3 of you.
Wouldn't they start at bottom initiative if they're coming in the middle of the?
No, they rolled.
Yeah,
All right, fair.
they just weren't acting yet,
They
Okay.
just held action.
because I was
Oh, cool. Yeah. I get
being
that.
fancy.
Who's the fancy pants?
That would be a good magic item. Pants with +1 fanciness.
I learned all the time, maybe.
Oh my god. Yes.
Wouldn't that just be like a charisma enhancing item, except instead of being a belt, it's just a pair of pants?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd look +2 to your charisma or something.
Well, probably like +2 to charisma and +2 to like diplomacy or one of the other social skills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a 16 for Deacon and for Cyphus, and a 6 for Rigel.
Well, 16 definitely hits me.
Okay, what about you, Deacon?
Come Come on, let me BS my way out of this. I can't. 16.
So, as the smoke is coming off of you, Rigel, the Sturge seems a bit too put off to properly get a mark.
Oh, coming off of him.
Yeah. Coming off your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You're still smoking, mister, don't worry. As one attaches to your back, Deacon, and one attaches to your back, Cyphus.
That's
Oh,
fine.
brother.
And as its
Good
turn
job.
ends, you two take a point of constitution damage.
Great.
Wait, is the one on my back as well?
No, you're good.
No, you're fine.
Everything's coming up, Rigel.
Oh, brother. So, let's see. Do I see the Sturgis land on Deacon, particularly?
Yeah, you see it land on both of them, but that was kind of your turn.
Alright. So, let's see.
Coming
Looking at, go ahead.
No, do your thing. Just your
Well, no,
turn's
here-
over. There's not much to do.
Yeah, you've done your turn.
Oh. Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, your turn was to light me on fire. I appreciate it. I'm teasing, by the way. Don't take this too seriously.
I know, but it's just the comical nature and the fact that Cyphus is screaming because he's turned into an elder.
Oh, Cyphus isn't teasing.
I know, and that's what.
Somebody's not getting excluded from the tentacles.
Jack has been watching all of this, seeing that there's a rake near Cyphus's feet, waiting for it to happen.
Right? No, the best part about this
Am I
all is
Sideshow
like,
Bob now? Come on.
as Jack's watching all of this, he's sitting there going, "In another life, I would have been that crazy one."
Oh my god, if you're Sideshow Bob, then that means Rigel is Bart.
Look, we can't get into who's who, okay? Because I really want to know who's Homer.
No! And I think these Sturges are the rakes that Sideshow Bob kept walking into.
That's
He
my
gets
favorite
right in the
scene.
face.
That's the best
wanna
scene in
just-
Simpsons.
Is that just pan out the episode?
But anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Continue.
another Sturge emerges, and it's going to try attack at Rigel. Because
Good.
I don't believe in putting too many attacks on one person. Does a 20 hit you, Rigel? Rigel?
Rigel.
It does.
Yeah. So how much?
You, I don't know, I should probably roll for that. Oh. My B. These guys hit a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, they hit hard too.
My bad, I don't know what got in.
You were being nice, remember? You kept saying it all those times. Don't stop now.
Okay, so the first one hits into
Yes,
just
Daddy, don't stop.
misses. And I also have to roll damage for those 3 attacks. 4 damage to Deacon, 4 damage to Cyphus,
Of course.
2 damage to Rigel. Everything's
Of
coming
course.
up, Rigel. As you've lost a point of Constitution, Rigel.
Oh, great. So I guess now Sturgis is right on my back as well.
Oh yeah, it's digging deep. Gonna go.
Yeah, never mind.
You're watching your friends turn pale right before your eyes. Grigori?
No, he died again.
He will be missed.
Gregorio.
Grigori, come back from the afterlife. Don't look into the...
D4.
I'm here.
Alright.
One of these Sturges.
Okay.
Yes, go for the one that's attached to Cyphus.
Yes. So
Yes,
that way...
that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh.
I'll yell that to
Just shoot the close one.
Shooting the one attached to Cyphus.
Okay, you might want to
Iowa.
move a little closer then.
Yeah.
Because remember, each of these squares is 10 feet. Yeah, so that'd be good.
There we go.
Perfecto.
Shoot.
Alright, so I'm too busy flailing around with this thing on me. And you miss.
This would be shooting into, but he has the feet.
Yeah, he's got a precise shot.
Okay, just making sure.
He's very precise.
There is a lot of stuff going on as you try to just pick a target. Everyone's flailing around trying to get these giant insects off their back, and you fire. You hit a mosquito. You didn't really hit the sturges, though. Raphael, you're up.
It is me. What can I do?
You could do a healing burst.
Yeah, we both take
I was
just a little damage. It wouldn't go badly for us.
I was thinking about that, but I was wondering if, because like doing a little bit of healing isn't really gonna help that much if they're still attached to you. But
I mean, I'll vaporize on my turn, and I might be able to kill them.
Oh, fair.
My argument would be is that your healing burst will heal them too, but they're at full health right now, so now's the opportune time to use it.
Fair enough. Alright, cool, yeah, so I'm going to move here. 10, 20, 8, 20.
Yep.
Yeah, that gets everybody. That
Yep.
gets... Okay, perfecto. So that's 1d6. Wait, because I have some feet. It's real last time. Sure, I think damage done dead, but it's up. It's still. Persistent.
Be right back in a moment.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. We're good.
So, how much do you heal?
1d6.
Alright, roll it. Roll high.
Nice!
There we go.
Everybody gets 6. And you get health. And you get health. Everybody gets health.
As you let out the loving light of Serenray, you know, Sturge that hasn't touched anyone looks quite appreciative of it. If an insect could look appreciative, it might just be you putting characteristics on it.
A lot of projection.
I do
Alright.
project a lot. This is a problem for me.
Now, DM, I need to ask, with channel energy, are you going to allow me to exclude those people who have creatures on them? Or by being attached, do I have to include them?
I mean, does your ability let you pick and choose your targets?
So, I believe technically what it does is I can choose a number of squares and ignore those squares.
I'm going to say that they're occupying the same squares as them because they are tiny creatures, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yes, they are tiny magical beasts, so they are
Right.
occupying the same square.
I am assuming that this ability can't hurt me, because that would be ridiculous. So I'm going to channel, and I'm going to say sorry to Deacon, and I'm going to exclude Raphael, Grigori, and Sal, and I'm going to...
Am Sal in range?
Yes, he's right within range.
Oh,
It's okay, it doesn't matter, I can exclude him.
true.
But just lurches on, pats Sal on the head.
And I need all 4 Sturges, Rigel, and Deacon to make a fortitude save.
Alright. Oh, here we go.
Nope.
Of course Rigel saves. I hate you. So the DC was 15. They have +6? Jesus. Okay. Well, I do 3 damage to everyone who failed, and 1 damage to everyone who succeeded.
Alright.
Oh,
God
okay.
damn.
They're
Yeah, that was
looking
pretty
rough.
crap. I know, they only have like 4 health, that's why I wanted to murder them.
Mysteriously, it's the one that's not attached to anyone that seems to have gotten hit the worst.
Of course.
Jack?
Yeah. I guess that's all I can do.
Alright, Jack, you're up. Deacon, you're on deck.
Actually, since he doesn't have to worry about it anymore, he'll stay where he was, acid spit. But Jack is going to. I don't know what Jack's going to do actually. Looking at the situation, it's hard to tell what would be the best situation, what the best course of action would be. Alright, so I'll do Sal's thing while I think, because that's gonna die. Alright, and Sal targeted that one.
Which one? Okay. Now, does...
It's single target acid, range touch attack.
Does he have the feat for shooting into combat?
Sal? Probably not.
Yeah, he's not exactly the most studious of slugs.
Yeah, no.
He's untouched, though.
Yeah.
So.
He's
Might
hitting
help.
untouched. That's about it. He's shooting a sizably small stream of acid directly at the bug who is attempting to attach himself.
Firing a small loogie, he manages to hit the creature into the back, which actually does enough damage to slay it. As you see Sal slowly slithering his way over to eat it now.
Victory is his.
It appears he
Alright.
does not grasp the severity of the circumstance.
No. While Sal's doing that, all the other bugs, I'm assuming, are engaged on targets.
Yep.
So am I free?
Yeah, you're free.
Thank you. Thank you, Sal.
Welcome.
I forgive you for the acid.
Eye bobbles. Alright, 15. I think. Wait. Alright. I can get to here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I can get to there, then I'm totally, like, hammer time to free Deacon of his bug infestation.
Okie dokie. Okay. So,
He jumps, like, he swings off of, freaking... No! I gotta remember his name. Okay, a second. Alright, so I swing off of Grigori's shoulder, spin in the air, and bring the hammer down.
So, as you extend your hand to fire off another shot, Grigori, Jack leaps onto it, leaping into the air, about to bring it down on your back, Deacon, as you just flinch, grab your head, and hope. As there's a loud thud, but there's no more blood sucking going on. You may have knocked the proboscis in a bit closer, but you're fine.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
Nice, Jack. Yeah. Sticks the landing.
Alright, so, that one's dead. The next one is just going to end his turn and keep drinking. He's got no survival sense.
Alright, got that one and that
Oh,
one.
wait, sorry, Deacon didn't get his turn, my bad. Yes.
I did have a great image in my head of Jack like hitting the ground and then like putting his hands up in the air like when he sticks the landing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll pull out my notebook and write a 10 and show him
Val
a 10.
just clapping his eyes together.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Jack is extremely happy with his.
Grigori probably gives him the Russian judge's score.
8.7.
No, he wobbles the gun back and forth like,
This
Oh.
paladin of Abaddon is not impressed.
Alright, so I will draw my mace, and I will say, Galander, O Gossamer King, forgive me for what I must do. And I'm gonna attempt to kill this mosquito.
Okay. Good roll.
wow, me making my arrow get stuck there. It lets you know how big the squares are, ironically, because it's only on half the square and it says 5 feet.
Okay, so Rigel, you see him swinging the sword at you, and you just flinch and parry him.
Oh, what the? Stop! Sorry, Deacon!
Rigel, whose team are you even on?
Sorry! This really fucking my own training.
As he pulls his blade out to block, the sheath catches you in the throat, Cytus. The Sturge, somewhat struggling to hold down his drink, giggling. Holds down his drink, it just ends his turn. You take another point of constitution damage.
Go ahead.
Sturges
Alright.
are nasty, and my players love to summon them and tell them what threat I had, and I hated every moment of it.
They're so fun, though.
Yeah, this is prismatic spray. not prismatic spray, color spray. Color spray, so good at early levels. And I blind you. And I blind you. And I put your threat on the conscious.
I like the drunk one.
Anyway,
We are up, Rigel. There's a bug on you, and there's another
Alright.
bug.
Yeah, at this point I'm slightly embarrassed and slightly frustrated that the Sturgis having me for a drink. Yeah, let's see. One hand my sword, the other hand's still burning. Let's see, as far as the Sturgis, is it on my back proper, or is it like on the shoulder?
It's in your back.
Okay. Okay, can I, let's see, if I try to reach for it with my hand, can I reach or touch it?
You can try and break it.
I can't move.
That might not work out for you.
Oh no, I'm not trying to break its grasp with a hand up front. I'm going to grab its head and burn the little. I mean, it's macabre as it sounds, I'm going to burn its head. Like this robot's kind of stuck in me. He can't move it. What's that?
With your burning hands?
Yeah.
Okay, then, by all means.
Burning Hands is a AoE. So you're gonna catch yourself and other people.
Probably
in it.
practice.
Probably me, just because that's how it's gone.
Oh.
You have Shocking Grasp, or you can just stab it with your sword, and that doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Swords.
Oh.
It's the growth.
See, how?
You can also enhance the
Let's see.
sword. That's swift action.
I guess, but let's see.
And they
How
don't
big
have a whole
AoE?
lot of health.
Yeah.
No.
I think you're better off just stabbing it.
No. Well, the only, yeah. Okay, so from the alley right here, where I catch you and Deacon in the blast or something like that. Right where I am right now.
If you Burning Hands, it's a cone. You could try to catch it so it doesn't hit any of us, but I mean, you're targeting your own square, so you're definitely going to hit yourself.
Oh. Shoot.
That's why I'm saying just stabbing it would probably be better.
Alright, fine. I'll go for a strike. Can I use my sword as a back?
Oh, your blade.
Can I use my... Let's see. Hang on. Can I use my sword as a back scratch at this point, but that's... Yeah, better than having a Sturgis on it.
So, you
How do I do it?
blade over shoulder, and you hear as you pull back and see most of the sturge wrapped around your blade.
Ugh. Well, rather have it like this and drink they're taking the drink out of me. So let's see. That one on my back is gone, so that's a comfort. It's only a small one, considering the proboscis is probably still there. Okay, target this other one.
Yeah.
I guess Oh, just one attack, huh? Well then I'll move in front of this other.
Technically, he can cast a spell at it if you wanted to.
Right.
Yeah, because that's how the spell combat works. But I think it's a little too late because you have to say you're doing that beforehand because it affects your to hit with the sword.
Oh. I can at least move him right here. This other. Well, no, I'm surrounded by Sturgis, so took the one on my square.
Good Sturgis.
Oh.
That one's dead.
Oh. Okay, so the one right here that sort of facing upwards from me is still there.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Try and get rid of him as well. Okay, I've tried burning hands with the cones and the one facing north of me, I suppose. Or
Well, again, you gotta say that stuff in advance.
oh.
Right, so basically, when you're choosing to use spell combat, it reduces your to hit with your sword by 2, which is why you have to say beforehand
Okay.
if you're going to use it.
Alright, then I guess my only move then would be to move at the side of the Sturgis, ready to attack, and that'll be my turn.
Alright then. This Sturge, getting the memo, is going to start to try and... which is going to revoke an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Cyphus and Ride.
Alright then.
I forgo my attack.
Okay.
I'll try for it.
So, you see it fly out. Your hand swings, clipping its wings, then in one single arc, bisects it. Bottom to top.
Good.
A rain of guts
Who do you think?
ceiling.
Good. Frustrating with this whole situation. You see me on the side of the Sturgis, it's about to leave, like, oh no you don't! Clip its wing and come back, come back in Arctic, come to, what you say, bisect it.
Yet, but
Well,
for
wiping this. Go ahead. Yeah. So what was that?
I said, despite its death, the buzzing, humming noise persists.
Just as well.
Alright, so after he finishes killing off that mosquito, I will walk up to Rigel. I will say, you did amazingly well. Thank you for saving us and destroying as many of those little monstrosities as you did. Also, may the Gossamer King forgive you for the affront that you have committed against his children.
With all due respect to the Gossamer King, you'd think his children would have had the merit to ask for a meal before just taking it. Sorry about that. Is there yeah. Sorry about that. Is there a proboscis still on my back? Are they trying to reach for something?
Hang on, let me pull that up for you.
Yeah.
Oh no, allow me.
Oh no.
And I'm going to drive it in a little deeper.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll wiggle it around a little bit and then I'll tear it out.
Okay.
To get out. A little bit of blood comes out through the proboscis and gets you in the shirt. But,
I prestige that.
Okay, grabbing a little deeper, I suppose I guess, but was it really necessary?
Yes, it was.
Oh, shit.
Now we got more bugs to find and kill.
Yeah, let's do a perception to see if we can find out where this is coming from. My plan is to use up all my bad rolls right now.
Listening in, you realize there's a mosquito in your ear.
I just open my mouth and mosquitoes pour out of it.
I have something for that. Yeah, you can't seem to pin down where it's coming from.
Anyone else want to try to figure it out where it is? Maybe somebody who has better than +1?
Hello. Oh no, I don't
Jack
have
is
a
on
plus
base.
1. I only have a 1. So I'm not even paying attention to that. I'm like coming over here going, Cyphus, do you need me to look at you for a moment?
Yes.
I'll do my little heal check real quick. You're at 12 of 20?
Yes.
Do we want to take a short rest here while I like spend a
Not
couple
until
hours
we figure
and
out
work
where
on
these
him, or do I
buzzes are
want-
coming from.
Also,
Well, Jack got a 21 to his perception, so let's figure that out.
how long does the ability damage last? Do we have to rest, or does it go away with the Sturge?
Rest.
No, it's Constitution damage.
Yeah, it comes back after a long rest.
And we could just post up here for a long rest. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Plans. We're gonna go on break.
Alright.
Are we having fun yet, folks?
We're leaving on the cliffhanger of the. Where is the buzzing from?
Buzz.
And why do I sound the.
We're back about 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
It's giggity giggity. Hello, D12. How y'all doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Figured I'd add.
I'm doing okay. You?
No one was talking to you. I was asking D12. I'm kidding. Glad you're okay, bud. So everything's shut down again. Fun times. How were you
I
all
know.
coping?
I saw that happen, and I literally looked at that and said, "Huh, I wonder how many people were actually disheveled by that."
Only
I
stupid
mean-
people were out in the first place.
I'm
I'm actually watching Newsom's address on schools right now.
Oh my god, and they're talking about bringing schools. Oh jeez, no, please no. I mean,
Yeah, it's like,
I
what
was-
if
I was-
kids
them
will
out
end
of
so-
up with it?
but
For
also-
those of you who are watching this, especially after the fact,
All
I
four
have
of you.
I work in education, and I have family that works in education, so I'm really connected to the public schools in California. And let me just say that there are some very stupid district decisions at the moment that are putting a lot of people in danger, and that I certainly hope that we get some guidelines that force schools to do distance learning. And I know that there are a lot of problems with distance learning, and that it's not ideal in any way, shape, or form, and it's not even particularly good. But it's too dangerous.
Well,
One does
this is a
what one must.
situation that I think requires some creative solutions, because there are some things we know for sure about the virus, like the kids aren't really in any danger. The people who are in danger are things like the teachers, the administrators. One solution...
the grandparents that the kids come home to.
Yeah, that too. But some solutions I've heard are things like staffing like the school with like younger like proctors, people in their 20s, 30s, and then having the teachers like Zoom in or Skype in, so that way.
No.
Why not?
Well, because
See it going both ways.
This virus does not it's not just you get it and you're okay, or you get it and die. There's a lot of like permanent damage that's dealt to your organs from having this. It's just not worth the risk.
Well,
If you're going to have teachers zooming in, you should just have you should just move as much as possible online.
well, so I think the issue is that kids need a structured environment to learn effectively.
I agree, and I'm saying that education is going to suffer this year. But I think it's much better to move everything online and have a bad year of learning than to open it up for 2 weeks, have a huge outbreak, and need to close down anyway.
Because that's exactly what's going to happen.
I agree.
Exactly. So I know that the school I work at was talking about opening 5 days a week for half days. And I was like, are you nuts? Are they going to be less exposed meaningfully for being there for half the day as opposed to the whole day? Like,
Here's another question. So when is it okay to open up?
that's a great question. I don't know if anyone has an answer.
Well, we do need to open up eventually, and like, what do we do if a vaccine just doesn't appear, or what if it turns out to be one of those viruses that mutates rapidly, so it's hard to develop an effective cure?
That is what it is.
Well, yeah. So
It is developing very
we
rapidly.
can't distance learn
Exactly what it
forever.
is.
We have to reopen eventually. So we need to start developing solutions for how we do that.
I agree, but I don't think opening up the school right now is a good choice.
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing to look at. The countries where they have opened up, how's it working out for them? Like a lot of countries in Europe.
Well, but
did
those
close down.
those countries in Europe took the initial lockdown much more seriously, so there's less of a backlash now that they're opening up because they've been quarantined for so long. And also you're dealing with much smaller populations as well. The population density in Europe just isn't the same like it is in a lot of
True.
America.
In the United States, the population density isn't consistent everywhere. Like in big cities,
Yeah.
it's just very dense. Maybe that's where you do distance learning. But things like the suburbs, the rural areas, then maybe you open up.
Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah. Look for the most look for the least impacted areas, and then open up slowly from there.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Also, isolate the really at-risk areas.
So yeah. Compromisation.
All I can say is that it's going to be a rough year to be a teacher.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, but will be especially rough.
Teaching.
Yeah.
Because
in general.
because
My heart
your
goes out to teachers.
your two options are, okay, whoever's having washing their hands or something right now, I appreciate the safety. Your two options are, you either completely redo the way you teach, and that is extremely stressful and very difficult, or you go to school, teach normally, and seriously risk your health.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a rough year either way.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So
it'll
be a difficult year.
Make it difficult is especially in California where you have a lot of like top-down solutions. One solution from the state government isn't necessarily the best choice for each individual district. So I think.
Oh, and each individual county also has a say in it.
All right, the back.
Welcome back.
Is that everybody, or are we still waiting on somebody? Doom
Well,
Boy and D12.
Yeah, for what's worth, I feel bad for the teachers at this point too, for what they have to go through. My uncle was a teacher as far as that, and my aunt as well, and my cousin too, just on the teaching. So personally, I give him props for having the admittedly more constitution and patience for teaching in schools more than admittedly I ever could. But
I
yeah,
contemplated being a teacher. I contemplated being a teacher for a day. And I was immediately like, nope.
Yeah. For me, it's like
and I was like, nope. After actually talking with someone, teacher.
Oh yeah, no, I had a couple teachers just talk me out. They're like, no, dude.
No, but from props and mass and major respect to all those who do teach, right? Do teach, and even especially around this time.
I've been talked out, thinking about it now, I've been talked out of 2 different career paths by people in those career paths. One was a vet and one was a teacher, and they both talked me out of it. They're like, no, dude, you don't want this smoke. And then I was like, well, what smoke do I want? And then they were like, get it. You get it. Never mind.
I think I got it. They got it, and yeah. I have different feelings about that, but yeah, they could use some to take the edge off. So as a lot of people do in this day and age. So no judgment. Do what you got to do.
I guess I'll take this opportunity to present a little Pathfinder lore to all of you in chat. The deity that I was talking about was Galander. He's one of the more interesting evil deities that you don't hear about all that often. Galander his title is the Gossamer King, and he's the god of mosquitoes.
Parasites.
Parasites. He is an enemy of the goddess Desna. It's like his foil. And, he's one of his favorite creatures are scourges, and favorite weapon is a spear. Kind of an interesting guy. I think there was, I don't know whether it was a druid or might have been a cleric that gets, like, the parasite aura. And that would be kind of a fun class to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're not the guy you're on the delivering end and not the receiving end. Yeah.
Parasitic aura sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a cleric ability. It's part of the channel feats that I really wanted that does that, and I unfortunately could not take it.
I wrote down a list of all the feats that I wanted to take pertaining to this character build and like at which level I wanted to take them. And I can't find that list now for the life of me.
No, don't worry about it. I never keep those lists anyway.
I remember the basic... Well, yeah, you have the idea and then you hit the campaign and you're like, well, what's done?
I was working on my cleric who worshipped a spider god. And due to not having a proper god for it, I was like, okay, he's going to be vermin domain. It's like, that way I'll have things like spider climb and whatnot to give that spider vibe. It's like, jump. It's like, okay, I guess crickets. Vomit swarm. Alright. Dark vision. Alright. And then the next 4 or 5 spells are basically you summoning insects and throwing them at people. I'm like, where's ant hole? Where's spider climb? Where's web?
They didn't even have web?
Nope. It's jump, vomit swarm, dark vision, insect plague, swarm skin, whip of ants, creeping doom, mass fly, and then mind blank.
Well, I mean, though, that's not a bad list. I can see where they were going.
Yeah.
But web and spider climb, like, come on.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, respect the fact wants to, like, I guess some, yeah, there's a better word, spread his abilities around, but yes, web and spider climb. Come on, you guys haven't seen Spider-Man? Those are very useful.
Got a swarm skin, though. No, thank you. Do not
You
want.
can take the insect domain too.
I mean, that was I
thought you said vermin dump.
Yeah,
Well, there's that, but as a cleric, you get to take 2, and the insect domain is pretty good.
I didn't see an insect domain, I saw vermin domain.
Okay, well, it's fairly recent. It's from 2016.
Ow.
Insect domain, huh? Let's check it out.
Yeah, it's really cool. Its ability is that as a swift action, you grow an exoskeleton. It gives you temporary armor, or it gives you natural armor and temporary hit points.
That's dope.
That's horrifying. I love it. I'm picturing the ant guy from...
Say that one more time?
I'm picturing the ant guy from Fallout 3.
Oh, antagonist?
Fallout 3.
Yeah.
No, the antagonizer.
Oh, antagonizer, that's what it was.
Man, I would respect that man just for picking that name.
Glorious. Just glorious.
Now imagine someone with
Domains and subdomains.
One of my favorite conversations is you could talk to one of the kids in the town, and he says, "Hey, you should be a superhero too. You could fight with an army of death claws." I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
I'd really enjoy that.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that wouldn't be bad. Bad
kid
idea.
knows
Go
what's
on
up.
there. Who are you, the pack leader? Yeah. Who are you, the pack leader? Who are you pack of? Does this crime the death claws come up?
I had this unique interaction with my DM who ran a few Fallout games where we'd complain that we never really solved our own issues, that the various NPCs we picked up along the way did it. And he's like, well, then stop picking up NPCs. Like, we can't! We're nice! It's nice! We're just being friendly.
Oh, it's under animal domain. Insect right
Yeah.
here. Found it. It's it's a subdomain of the animal domain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Took me a second. That's awesome.
Wasn't there like a Tarzan movie out recently, and when we saw the trailer, we said, "Hey, he's basically land Aquaman."
Sure was.
Aquaman.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I was trying to argue as to what class Tarzan is, and folks have been going like, "Oh, he's a barbarian. He's clearly
No, he's
a
a
barbarian."
druid.
It's like, nah, man, he's a ranger.
Nah, he's a druid.
I see ranger. With being one of the rare types that focuses on natural attacks.
He's got speak with animals at will. He's got enhance ability or whatever it's called in this game.
Enhance climb or whatever.
Yeah.
Could possibly be a hunter.
He has jump. Definitely.
He's definitely got jump. Yeah.
Tarzan is one of my favorite characters in fiction, just because Edgar Rice Burroughs knows how to write. He also does know how to research.
I don't think I ever read the original Tarzan.
Suffice to say, he goes, all right, he's fighting tigers, because tigers are... I read about, like, British hunters going after tigers. So he goes, Mr. Burroughs, tigers aren't in Africa. He goes, oh, well, what are in Africa? And they go, lions? All right, in the dense jungles of Africa. Lions. And they go, lions aren't in the jungle. And then, like, 5 books later, Tarzan fights dinosaurs.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because he has 3 series that I know of. John Carpenter of Mars, Tarzan, and Pellucidar, which is like Hollow Earth.
You know, that
I
movie
like John Carpenter.
was an interesting idea. Almost worked. I also kind of understand why people didn't really want to give it a chance.
I think they just needed to take the name out of it. Just call it Warrior of Mars. Like,
well, I mean, it's usually called the Of Mars series.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, call the first movie Warrior of Mars. Like,
yeah.
Think of how many more people would have seen that movie, because I know it was a box office bomb.
I looked a little bit.
I don't remember when it came out. Like, I'm sure I was around.
I looked a little bit into it, and yeah, not like the book.
Well, they
also
stitched together a couple of things.
What, a movie not being like the book? No.
It's a lot not like the book.
Speaking of which, I'd like to throw this out there.
World War Z.
Okay. Can we stop? Because Sean's talking now. Lord of the Rings is 19 years old.
Dang.
Not bad.
Come December, it'll be 19 years old.
I just want to say, continuing the theme of Edgar Rice Burroughs does know how to research, he goes, hey, so since he's on Mars, he can jump high due to the gravity being weaker. I'm like, okay, not sure if that actually tracks, but sure. He can jump higher, and he can move faster. I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess things are lighter. Also, because of that, he's so much stronger! He can, basically obliterate things with a punch. I'm like, now that part doesn't hold up.
Obliterate rocks with a punch.
To be fair,
No.
I don't think he was thinking quite that hard, and it is kind of the way Superman's powers work when you think about it.
He literally takes a club.
Superman is solar powered.
Yeah.
Superman is BS powered.
See, I like the one argument
Superman
about how
powered.
I like the one argument with Superman that since energy that isn't used gets turned into fat, Superman should be really fat.
But he uses so much
it
energy.
works for Power Girl.
I still think Goku wins, by the way. I don't actually think that.
My basic argument for that is Goku eventually reaches a point of physical strength. It becomes less about who's stronger and faster and who's better at martial arts.
Are we talking Superman versus Goku?
Briefly, yes.
Well, let's just... Okay, here's my argument here. It will always be Goku. And the reasoning is that Superman will never kill Goku. He'll just beat him within an inch of his life. And every time he does that, Goku will just get stronger. So eventually...
Pathfinder, Carrion Crown, episode 15, Superman versus Goku.
I'm just picturing you guys are taking a short rest, just arguing the semantics of like two heroes.
I'm just saying...
Look, the Uberman is so much mightier.
Uberman.
Okay. Sure, he's vulnerable to magic, but is really doing magic? No.
Yes, but Sun Wukong gets strong.
Goku specifically not. Okay, should we get back to it?
No.
I feel as if we should get back to it. I only have another hour left.
Yeah, we gotta
Well-
roll though.
Oh no.
But yes, my experience with the whole Goku Superman was just being the wartime watching the massive battles going on. I saw a party, like an active party with alcohol and pizza, music, everyone having an absolute hoot, just come to a grinding halt when someone brought it up. And that someone was me!
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Welcome back, D12.
Ah!
Yes.
Alright, let's get back to the game then.
So, your constitution damage will heal after resting for a day. If you choose to do so here, then by all means.
No, that's a bad idea.
It might be.
Well,
So what
Once we
did
figure
Jack's
out-
perception get him?
Iowa.
Did hear, as he was around this area, get off the wheel, he did hear some noise coming this way.
Okay.
Well, we probably should check around the guard station. Let's go over there and... Good hell. I'll check the door. Is the door unlocked, or is it locked?
It appears to be locked.
Alright, well, let's use those Masterwork Thieves tools that I picked up.
Well, Jack's
Is
gonna
this-
go ahead
is this
and
a
try
wall
to open.
here?
I would like to assist.
Alright, could I also get some guidance?
Sure, I'll guidance you and then I'll assist you.
Alright.
Oh, shit. We don't do very good.
Nope.
Though the tools are quite fancy, much help.
Is this a wall here?
No. There's more.
May
So,
I?
I'm basically just revealing it as you guys come in each of it.
Oh, I would like to see this area. Is it here?
There is area there.
Yes.
That was that fancy rolled with dynamic lighting is.
Yeah, that's what dynamic lighting is for. Dynamic entry.
Dynamic entry.
I cannot.
All right. This door. Actually, no. Now that I'm here,
Do note that this door is slightly ajar.
are any of these doors free of dust, detritus, or anything else?
No, that's all about. This door is slightly empty.
I'll have Sal guard that door while I start listening for noises.
Give me a perception check.
Did I hit the button? Oh yeah, I did. I forgot. Discord blocks my view.
Nice.
You hear rattling of chains. This cell block.
From this room?
Yeah, I thought so. Damn it. Alright, so I'm going to approach this one on Sal. So I'm going to approach this one on Sal, though. And I'm going to go ahead with Lance and check the door.
Okay. The door is locked.
Can I look inside of that cell, though?
Sure, you can see what appears to be the remains of a skeleton. It has been picked clean by years and rats. You can see its fingers have broken in trying to break down the door, as it has just been left to die.
That is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of.
And it occurs to you that fire most likely didn't engulf these men being up here. That it may have been the smoke, or simply this place being and then being.
Oof. Oof.
Is this the cell door here?
Yes, it is. You can see, hanging from the ceiling, what appears to be the sheet of the bed that has been tied up into a noose, now rotted and faded, and a skeleton on the ground, its head missing.
Alright, I guess he was done hanging out.
But
So, just upon the nearest metal. You're not sure why he did that, Jack.
So we want to try this door again, Deacon?
Yeah. Is a retry possible?
Sure, because I like you guys.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright,
thanks.
I guidance, and then I'm going to try to assist. Jesus Christ, we're bad at this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking back and forth about the whole theory of how locks work and how you could get it open, and it kind of devolved into more metaphysical discussion about magic and how magic locks work before you guys catch yourselves and realize you haven't even.
and I did read Gorgonzola's study of magic locks.
Really, he's not that good at locks. You should stick to cooking.
I believe Von Cheddar had this to say, and they can't really get the thing open.
Well, hold on a second. Can I just look through to see if there's anything interesting in there, if we're wasting our time?
It appears to be a guard station, so there might be important files, there might be information.
Is this
Okay.
a table or a chest?
With your natural one that you roll,
It's a mimic.
you're kind of looking at it, like, you're kind of lost in thought, thinking, like, is this an armoire? Is it a end table? What constitutes a coffee table? As you lose a good bit of time lost in IKEA.
May I see what is down these halls?
Sure.
Thank you, darling.
Let's see, in front of you right now, in this little bit here, is this the door? The door right the other side of the guard station?
What now?
Where my character is, like kind of from a, yeah.
It doesn't look like it leads in there. You don't see a door. You don't see any other doors leading in. You see that one. And you can see a little bit out into the balcony, which has partially fallen away. Which I
Oh, what fun.
on Dungeon Draft, but to upload.
Alright, let's give
I
this
see.
thing another shot. If that's allowable.
Jack, do you report that one door is open?
Are any of these cells that I can peer into? Just as an aside.
There appear to be various skeletons in various disarray.
Okay.
There's two right here that you can tell that the two have reached their hands through the bars and with their hands
Oh, this all makes me so sad.
locked together.
So this is like the one time you guys actually see Raphael in like a dour disposition. I'm gonna roll a perception. Is there anything that catches my eye?
Sure. Find yourself more lost in thought.
Yeah. He's like praying for these people's souls.
Guy never getting to travel. They've been left here long. What couldn't have been that terrible? Such a misery.
So can we retry this door again, DM?
I take off my armor so I spend a minute or whatever it requires.
You all watch as these two are rolling up their sleeves, a little frustrated, continuing at it.
All right, guidance and assist, and here we go.
So, did you include the guidance in that?
No, that was not included. So it's 14.
So that'd be a 15 total.
And yeah.
Roll me a perception check, you two.
I don't know what you're expecting from me.
15.
Okay, with the assistance, actually, assistance doesn't help. You see in the on the desk, hanging on appears to be a singular key.
Okay.
Does anybody have mage hand?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mage hand.
Now, are you two going to fake that you unlocked it?
No. Why would I?
Would you, Deacon?
No. I will just say, and we shall never speak of this again.
I was like, wow, we're just having trouble. Neither of us are. That's not really what comes from our backgrounds, you know?
You take a small bit of joy that you never worry about Cyphus breaking into places.
And, after we unlock the door, I won't enter until I have my armor back on.
Okay, then.
Let's see. May I make a perception to see if I can see anything else in the word notes stating I wonder about these cells that me and Raphael are looking at?
One more.
Oh. So may I make a perception to see if I can notice anything out of order about these cells, like, I know, an inordinate amount of rats or insects or, something out of the ordinary with you.
Or roll me.
Alright.
Yeah, you're kind of distracted. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot of empty stuff. This seems to be where they held a lot of the less dangerous prisoners. Those that most likely didn't have magic or any no strength to them. But you guys do see that this door is...
which one? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Okay. So not noticing any out of the ordinary, I walk over to where everyone else is, and I guess I don't see Raphael being a little bit dismayed by that, so I just go where everyone else. And I go where the rest of the group is. I look around for a bit, wondering, wonder where Jack went off to.
Well, I'd like to check these files.
Okay, then. Making your way through, just doing your best to gather what information you can. It seems that the crux of this information is about various guards that were on rotation, their shift schedules. You see that there is a small list of prisoners that were that were held here.
Okay.
No one really notable, as this seems to have been more a place for the guards to rest and wait while the others suffered.
Okay.
You find a small deck of playing cards here.
But no loot of any note?
Hmm?
No loot of any note?
Well, looking through the small deck of playing cards, you note that, hey, these are the dirtier variety.
Gross.
Yeah.
Look away. Some things we were not meant to lay eyes upon.
I'm just gonna leave them.
What about these doors here?
Those doors appear to be open.
They lead to that balcony we went on and had the plants attack us.
Yes, they do. The doors lead you up and out, acting as something of like trappers.
Is there anything up on that balcony of note?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, great. My best skill. How I can lose perception on this character sheet every time is beyond me.
No. You hear the rain, you look out,
Time to go.
and it's strange.
Before I leave, I'll take a look out there.
Sure. Oh wait, perception check.
Nope.
There's nothing out there, man. I don't know what you're looking at.
Looking out for a moment, you note no foreshadowing.
No, it's time to go. Let's check out this weird door that was open.
Could I
Man,
check or is that
you
metagame?
guys just stop after helping Kendra out. And then the campaign ends. Just no one picked up a single clue.
Oh, is there a clue out there? Did you want me to go out there,
You
dear?
don't know, Steve.
I'm like Raphael's walking. Like, what's the deal with these playing cards? Oh my! And
And you don't even bother looking out the door.
Gently the cards.
He pockets the cards while nobody's looking. Yay! I got a 16 to my percentage.
Okay. You note in a small puddle. There's more of those eggs you saw, but they're a good deal bigger.
Oh no!
Or they were
hey.
roughly the size of chicken eggs.
Hey,
These appear
Jack?
to be almost ostrich-sized.
Oh no! Hey Jack, can you and your little friend come here, please?
You hear some muttering about armoires and coffee bowls.
All right, I'll destroy the eggs.
Okay then. It's gross. It's really, really gross. But you do manage to squash them all. You worry that your boots will never be clean again.
I
I
prestige
will
him.
create water.
No, I got prestige. You're good.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Magical cleaning. That is the only way.
It takes one or two scrubs, but you do get them clean with prestidigitation.
Like, even after a one prestidigitation, there's still like some.
Perhaps it's still in your mind.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But it's now.
Maybe, maybe just one more time.
Last thing you want is one of these things hatching in your boots.
Oh Jesus! I mean,
Yeah.
oh Sarah, right? Oh Dawnflower.
So I have a question.
Jeez. Nice cousin.
Would I be able to see if I could figure out what if the sturge, the presence of the sturges, is interfering with the supernatural activity here? Like, could I do an arcane check for that, or a religion check?
Sure.
Seems likely it has something to do with the Piper.
You
Oh.
The Piper worked well with Sturges. If anything, this area seems to be empowering them. That with his music and the wind blowing through Harrowstone, he is able to call more and more to him.
I was gonna say, I definitely use my silver dagger to destroy those sturge eggs because they're obviously the work of the devil.
Okay then. So it's a lot grosser because imagine sticking a knife into a raw egg.
Yeah, we're good. So 3 prestidigitations.
You hear a screaming, hissing noise from the magic.
Like, die, evil.
This isn't the most disgusting thing you've had to do, but you hope it will be.
So what's with this weird open door? I'm gonna open it all the way.
Okay.
What's in there?
Off in the corner, you see what appears to be a corpse that has hanging around his neck various holy symbols.
It's probably Charlatan's corpse.
I
Yep.
should go
Either
check
that
it
or
out.
it's Deacon's.
What? Let me see my own corpse there.
Okay, it's all yours.
So it's in here.
Hey, wait. Maybe I should cast Detect Undead first.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You wanna back up?
I have a cast detect magic. I don't trust that.
Alright, I'm gonna
Thinking of
cast Detect
Charlatan.
Undead. I'm gonna
Alright,
focus it on him first, on that corpse.
you detect no one death.
Alright, then I'm gonna kind of turn and start scanning all these cells.
So, as I will now reveal the area of this cell block, there's certainly bodies here, but they do not appear undead. You note that there is one here, a skeleton that seems to have died in a position of prayer, on his knees, his head bowed towards this skeleton here.
Oh, like, as though this skeleton is the father, and they were.
And this
Taking-
one will be worship.
Yeah, okay, so that could be the father then. But no undead with any of these corpses.
Nope.
How long do I have to detect undead? Up to 1 minute. Dope. I'm just gonna keep that going.
You wanna check the rest of? You wanna check the rest of the cells? Like all of these over here.
I'll go over and check them.
I'm saying with the detect undead.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Doomboy has had
Glitch in the Matrix.
to step out for 1 second. He'll be back.
There has been a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
The glitch is strong with this one.
Alright, we've just lost half the crew.
Yep.
Apparently, that's a big problem because I just heard several other people say that their Discord died.
Right? There's been a glitch in the Matrix.
Well,
So,
deja vu.
The stream seems to be working though, so for the
Hi,
moment,
stream.
for the moment. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll have things up and rolling in just a minute. Bear with us. And if you...
There's a bear with us?
Yes. One with a very high
Oh,
stealth
dang.
score. That's why we haven't seen him yet. So yeah, we're waiting on D8, and got people coming in and coming out. Wow. Just bear with us, folks. Sorry about this. Let me see if I can. All things considered, I think we've done pretty well in the past, making sure that we can get these streams to you. Hello? Hello? What's going on? What's going on? Alright, so if any of you in chat can still hear me, we have experienced a total Discord crash. We're at the 2-hour mark, so we're just going to end the stream here. Unfortunately, we're having too many errors. Thank you all for watching. We're going to have it fixed by next week, and we can continue the adventure.